back to my channel. Today I am doing my long-awaited Q&A. I haven't received that many questions, and usually when someone comments and asks a question, I just answer it because I don't receive like frequently asked questions or anything like that. So I have been asking on Instagram and on here for you to, sorry, I'm sitting on the floor and I'm trying to get comfortable. I have been asking on here on Instagram for you to send me questions and stuff, and thank you for the people that have asked questions. I'm not going to send any names or anything, I'm just going to say the question and then answer it. If you want me to say your name in the future videos when you ask questions and I do another Q&A, if I ever do another Q&A, then please leave it in the comment down below saying yes, we would like you to mention us, like shout out your names. I don't know if people want that, so I just don't want to put it in, if that makes sense, for this video. And let me know if you want to see any more Q&A videos. I mean, I quite like them, I'm quite nosy, but people don't really ask me questions, so I don't have that many. I did just ask on Instagram if there's any last minute questions, so whether or not I get any, I don't know. There aren't too many questions. Any noise or cooing or baby noises, it's Ollie just behind me here right now. It's okay. If anyone wondering, I'm filming this late at night. Well, it's like 9 o'clock. Mikey's just been taken up to bed. So this is like the only sort of time I get to do sit down videos as such. Sometimes during the day I do get to film, not very often. That's why I've not got like no natural lighting or anything like that. I would like to get a ring light though, that might help. Or is this lighting okay? You never know. Let me know whatever you think, if you want to. I don't know, let's get on with it, shall we? So I've screenshotted some of the questions and then we'll see if there's any of the on the Instagram. But as I said, I don't know. I don't usually get questions even when I ask for them. So the first lot of questions, these are from Instagram. So this is one I asked a little while ago. First one is, do you remember from the day, sorry. So the first question is, what do you remember from the day you had both of your children? When I had Mikey, what do I remember most when I had Mikey? I remember holding him for the first time and hearing him cry. It was like this little whimpering cry, and I just kept going, it's okay, you don't need to cry, or something like that. I said something along those lines. But it was like a surreal moment because it's like, this is a baby and he's mine. I don't know, it was really weird. I remember that quite vividly. With Ollie, it's a bit different because I was in so much pain because my epidural didn't work. That I haven't done that sit down video either. Maybe I should do that after. Tangent. But yeah, it's basically, I just remember being in a lot of pain, and the actual, this is TMI, but the pushing him out is fondly in my mind. Not fondly, that's not the right word, but like, it's that, like, I remember that feeling of him coming out, and just the relief of it, I think. Yeah, I'll do a story time of his. I know I've done like a birth vlog, but I haven't done like a story time of what actually happened because there's a big chunk that you don't know what happened, if that makes sense. But yeah, so two very different things there. One was such a nice moment, and the other one was more of a relief because it was just like, oh, that pain's gone, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they're the two that stick in my mind the most. What would you say is the hardest part of being a mother? Before I had Ollie, so when I had Mikey, I think the hardest thing was him actually crying and him being upset, or like seeing your child in pain. I've struggled with that a lot at the beginning because he did have colic. We took him to the hospital and he ended up having colic. It was never bad or anything like that, but there was this one night he just would not stop crying, and you could see he was in a lot of pain. Yeah, you could see he was in a lot of pain, and it was awful. My heart was completely broken. I just didn't know what to do, and obviously I was a first time parent. And then a little while afterwards, when he was a bit older, he got ill. I can't remember what happened. And again, like, just him being in pain, the heartache was horrible. And then there was another time when he got something in his eye, and he was screaming in agony. We just rushed him up to the bath to wash his eye and that. But that was so scary. It was like, honestly, it was terrifying. So yeah, seeing your child in pain, I think, is one of the hardest things to cope with. Other things like obviously doing extra laundry or cooking, or like like the chores as such, yeah, that can be hard and stuff and tiring, but like not as draining as like seeing your child in pain. That's what I find the hardest. And now I've got Ollie, what I find most difficult is time share. It's like trying to give them the same amount of time each. Obviously Ollie's younger, so he's getting more mummy time than Mikey is, and I feel so bad. Like, mum guilt is a real thing. I get such bad mum guilt when it comes to Mikey at the moment, and I try and give him as much attention as I can, but sometimes it's just not possible. So that's what I find really hard, is just trying to give them equal amount of love. I love them both equally, obviously, but I just can't share my attention like I would like to, if that makes sense. I find that a massive struggle. And then one of the other questions is, what is your favourite part of being a mama? So, hands down, I think the best part is snuggles. I love just holding my babies and giving them snuggles. I can't help myself. Like, when they get older and they don't want cuddles and hugs and whatever anymore, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, to be honest, because when they're 18, I just want to be able to just snuggle them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love just having that time with them, like giving them cuddles and seeing them laugh. Oh my god, seeing your child happy and laughing is the best feeling, as well as the snuggles are the two best feelings in the whole entire universe. I can't even explain it. Like, if you're a parent, you would understand, and well, if you're not a parent, you probably won't understand. I don't know, you might have nieces and nephews, so or younger siblings, so you may understand. But no, that is the best. That is honestly the best feeling in the world, is your child being happy and laughing. Even if it's like a silly joke or something, or like when Mikey babbles to himself and he just starts laughing, it's hilarious. It's like, I don't know what he's talking about, but it's really funny. I've got a couple of more questions here. Sorry, can't talk. How long have you lived in your house? In April it was a year, and now we're in November, so about a year and a half. I've lived here. How long have I been with Mike? In June, just gone, it was 11 years. Me and Mike started going out when I don't know if there's any more questions about this, but I'm going to explain it anyway. Me and Mike started going out when I was 16. Funny story, I thought he was only 3 years older than me, so he was 19 at the time, not knowing that in 2 weeks he was turning 20. So when I told my mum, I was like, oh, you know, he's going to be turning 20. She was like, don't you think he's a bit old for you? Because he was obviously 4 years older than me. And I was like, well, my boyfriends have only been 3 years older than me, it's only a year different. She's like, yeah, I suppose. And I was mature for my age, if you know what I mean. I was 16, but I wasn't a young 16, if that makes sense. I was quite like street-wise and sensible. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, 11 years later, we're gonna have 2 beautiful children. And how did we meet? So, funny story. Not funny, really, but actually kind of funny. So there used to be this like grungy website, and me and my friends were on it. And he actually commented on my friend's photo and he said, you have nice eyes. And then about a week later he commented on my photo, you have nice eyes. And I was like, oh, he's sweet. So we ended up adding each other on MSN Messenger at the time. I'm going back a long time ago. And I actually had a boyfriend at the time, so we was just friends. And then me and my boyfriend broke up. And so I started talking to Mike, and we decided we was actually webcamming, so we saw each other on webcam, we know what each other looked like, and we decided to meet up. He wanted to go look for jobs, and me and Chloe wanted a dress for her birthday party. So I was like, yeah, we'll go and look for jobs, to him. And to Chloe, I was like, oh, will you come with me and look for dresses, but we're meeting up with this boy. Also, I want to make sure he's not some like mass murderer. So I took Chloe with me to meet him, and we met up, we hung out for the day. And I just had this like warm fuzzy feeling. This is going to be a tangent, isn't it? I had this warm fuzzy feeling, like, I don't know, I've never felt like that before. And I was like, this just seems right. I know that sounds so cliche, but it did. It felt really right. And on the way home, I kept saying to Chloe, I really like him. I really, really like him. So me and him met up again in Starbucks the next time we saw each other, and we just sort of hit it off from there really. But we basically met online. We webcammed and then we met up in person, and Chloe was there to make sure I was safe because I was only 16 obviously, and my mum knew I was meeting up with him too, so I didn't just like sneak off, if you know what I mean. How many sisters and brothers has Mike got? Mike has 7 sisters and 2 brothers, so there is a big family, very, very big family. Is Mikey going? I just got a text message. Is Mikey going to nursery? And what's my view on nurseries? I can't actually afford to put Mikey in a nursery at the moment. I would absolutely love to put him in a nursery. Sorry, that shook. I'm on the table. I would absolutely love to put him in nursery because I know he would do so well and benefit from it so much. But I actually can't afford it until he's 3. So when he's 3, I'll get 3 hours for him to go to nursery. Although saying that, he'll be 2 in February, and I'm hoping to start working at some point next year. So if I manage to work and do more hours and get enough money to pay for everything, if that makes sense, because obviously money's tight, I'm not gonna lie about it, then if I can afford to put him into nursery, then I will. Ollie's crying. Yeah, so so the first chance that I get to put Mikey into nursery, I will do. Not for my benefit, not because I want like free time to myself, which would be nice sometimes, you know, but that's not why, because I think he would really benefit. He gets bored at home, he likes playing with other children, he would probably pick up talking a lot quicker, and yeah, I just think he would really enjoy it and benefit from it. Whereas being stuck at home, he's not really, I mean, he's playing with his toys, he doesn't watch too much telly, which I'm actually quite grateful for. And he doesn't really go on the iPad unless we're at my mum's. So, you know, he does interact with toys and stuff. He does watch a bit of Peppa Pig. He does watch some like learning songs and stuff like that. And he's slowly starting to talk a bit more. But no, he would benefit with playing with other children, I think. And it would really help his social skills. And I think nurseries are good for that. But bearing in mind, every child is different. So maybe nursery's not for every child. But I think for Mikey, he needs it. And it's just unfortunate that I can't actually afford it at the moment. So, there's that. What's my goal in life? So, this might be the last question if I don't have any on Instagram. So, what's my goal in life? To be honest, I don't really know. I don't know what I want to do. Before I had the boys, I wanted my own business. And I was doing like Comic-Con and my own conventions and stuff, and I was selling different merchandise. But the only problem is the merchandise that we stocked, HMV stocked, which is a store over in the UK, so we had a massive competitor with like massive stores, and we didn't really know where we wanted to go with that. My friend Chloe, she has her own business which she's slowly working up, and I would like to sort of help her out a bit more. Maybe she could employ me if she gets bigger or something like that, or start my own little business. But like, if I had all the money in the world, which I don't, I would like to have my own business, maybe like a board game cafe. That's what we did originally want, and that's what we was trying to build up to, and it didn't work, unfortunately. And then I had the boys, and then I sort of dropped out of work. I was working for admin for the NHS. I might go back into that, but to be honest, like, that wasn't really, the NHS was okay, working for admin and stuff, but it's not really me. I feel like I'm quite a creative person. I'm not great at crafts as such, but I do like making stuff. So I'd like more of an artsy-fartsy type job, I think, but I need it to be stable because I have children. So it's a bit like, I have to keep tapping it because it goes on screensaver, and I can't see myself, and I like to see myself. So I'm not being vain, I just like to know what's going on in the view frame. Anyway. This is rambling. Yeah, so like, I don't know what my goal in life is. I also would like to travel one day as well, which I wanted to do before I had the boys, but I like the idea that when they're at a certain age we could all travel together. I just don't know what I want to do. Like, I've not really ever known what I wanted to do. Like, I remember being at school and they were like, what do you want to do? Like, what job do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like I like the idea of being a midwife, but then there's things about it that I do not like cannulas. I couldn't do a cannula. Or IVs, you know, like, oh, those just makes me feel funny. Mainly veins. And I don't like feet. And if I've got to be by people's feet, that's just, I can't. And I don't particularly like blood very much. See what I mean? I like the idea of it, but like when you think of like the reality of it, not for me. But then since becoming a parent, like I'm not as bothered by things. Like I used to hate hair. I actually still hate hair. The thought of like loose wet hair, oh my god, it makes me feel sick. So like cleaning like the plug, just don't want to think about it. It's real. But like I managed to do it now. I'm a parent. So I can bear spiders now. I used to be terrified of spiders, and certain size ones I can actually deal with myself. So I've been taught in that way, if that makes sense. I don't know what I want to do with my life, to be honest. I want to have a stable career for the boys. What that is, I don't know. It's going to take some time to work out, I think. But I don't know. I really don't know. That was it, wasn't it? That was it. No last questions. If I do get any questions, I can always do another Q&A. And film that for you. But this has been a really long video anyway, because I went off on a tangent. But I might actually film my birth story with Ollie now, because he's gone to sleep and I have time to. So hopefully that gets done. And if you want to see that, stay tuned. And press the notification bell so you'll see when it gets uploaded, if that makes sense. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your lovely questions. If you've got any more, just pop them down below and I will do another Q&A if that's what you guys want. I enjoy doing sit down videos. I just never know what videos to film or if you enjoy them, because I also enjoy vlogging and stuff like that. So going off on tangent again, it's a really long video. This wasn't meant to be long because there was like, what, 5 questions? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, just thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully see you all tomorrow in my next video, as I want to try and upload every day now, because I've got the bug again. But yeah, bye.